In an ongoing effort to find that 1950 Denver Key Date Jefferson Nickel, I picked up two different bank boxes from two different banks that I've never picked up from before. Let's see if either of these two has goodies, and more specifically, has the one nickel we need. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. We have a two-box nickel hunt in our quest for that 50D for the Series 2 album. As you know, it's the only nickel we're missing. We've hunted 180 boxes so far, and that 50D remains elusive. We wanted to find it by the 167th box. We haven't done that. We have two more boxes in front of us. Hunt and Fill episode number 160 and boxes 181 and 182 for Series 2. I will give you guys a look at these books at the end when I compare all of today's finds to see if we have upgrades and or additions. In the meantime, I've already cracked the top of both boxes. I validated they are circulated nickels. I'm ready to get to hunting. There are 50 rolls in here. I already took a peek. We have a lot of rows that have 11 because it slid down, but I'll get that organized. I'll see you guys when I have my first find of box number 1. We're looking for the 50D, any silver, any buffaloes, proof, foreign coins, or varieties. Before I get to the finds, I figured I would clarify something because I get asked it a lot. I already have a 1950 Denver Key Date Jefferson Nickel graded from PCGS MS65 full steps. I have that in my registry, and I even have one in my album, my backup album. The album I'm filling up for this series is just for the hunt and fill, so I do not need a 1950 Denver Key Date Jefferson Nickel for my personal collection. I just want to find it through coin roll hunting. Now let's get on with the finds. Roll number 12 of the box will give us our first 40s Jefferson Nickel of the hunt, a 1946 Philadelphia. Roll number 15 of the box I think is messing with me. Just pulled out in the beginning of the roll a really nice 1951 Philly, and then in the same roll halfway through it, a 51 Denver. Getting close to that 50D. It's a good sign having two 1951s, Philadelphia and Denver, in the same roll early on. Roll number 27, our first Jefferson Nickel from 1942, and as I've said before, that's a transition year. This one doesn't look like it's going to be made out of silver, but we take that Denver mint mark to check for the D over horizontal D if we could get so lucky. And it's not silver, it's just the 1942 Philadelphia, but like I said, we'll still take it. We're already up to roll number 35, and it's been a quiet box as far as quantity of finds. But we do have another find right here. It's going to be a 1947 Philadelphia with a little bit of damage and wear on it. Roll number 42 of the box, and we have our oldest Jefferson Nickel found so far, a 1940 Philadelphia. I'll point out we also just nabbed our first foreign, a 1995 Canadian. Roll number 47, our first Jefferson Nickel from 1948, not in bad shape, a 48 Denver. Well, we finished that first nickel box, and I don't remember which bank was which, but definitely a tough box. Only 11 finds on the board. We did find a couple of 09Ds. Those have a lower mintage. The Canadian nickel, mostly common stuff. The best find's going to be the 51P in decent shape. It does have a little bit of rim damage, but still might be an upgrade. And when I found the 51P and the 51D in the same roll, I thought the box might get hot, but it wasn't to be. One box down, only 11 finds on the board, none of which we need, but maybe an upgrader. Hopefully this second bank box, same problem, we got to fix these rolls, does better. Let me go ahead and grab roll number 1 out of the box, and as always, if we have a good find, I'll bring you back in. Roll number 3 of box number 2, our first Jefferson Nickel from 1941, 41 Philly. Roll number 62 of the hunt. Another Jefferson Nickel from 1940, and this time a San Francisco. Same roll, first Jefferson Nickel from 1949. 49, Philadelphia. Just need the 50. We're on roll number 74 of the two-box hunt, and I believe we're going to have ourselves a silver nickel right there. Has that green patina edge? Please be one. And it is. Philadelphia minted in decent shape, actually, for a circulated silver wartime nickel. 1943 Philly. We can double check it for a couple of different varieties. There's a 3/2 overdate, which this one's not going to be. And since it's not heavily circulated, we can check for that doubled I, which I do not see either way. It's still a good find. 1943, 35% silver wartime nickel found. Obviously, anytime there's a big mint mark above the Monticello on the back from 1942 to 1945, you know you've got a silver nickel. We've got one. First of the hunt. Nice addition to the board. Let's find some more. Roll number 82. Another 1940 Jefferson nickel from Denver. Roll number 99 of the hunt might have a second wartime silver nickel for us right there, the green edge. Will we have two? And we do. 1944, San Francisco. We'll take that. It's been a slow hunt, but a couple of silver nickels is always welcomed. Let me finish up this last roll plus this. If we have a find, I'll be back. Otherwise, I'll be back with a recap of the 2-box hunt. Well, we finished that second nickel box. Definitely a much better second box. 20 finds from box 2, 31 on the board, but it gave us a couple of silver nickels, so pretty much better than normal for me as far as silver is concerned. That being said, a lot of common stuff up here, but we did score 2 Canadians, 3 2009 lower minted Jefferson Nickels, 1 from Philadelphia, 2 from Denver. That nice 51p I'm hoping is an upgrade to one of the books, and a couple of silver nickels, the 1943 Philly and the 1944 San Francisco. We'll see if those upgrade as well. All right, let me go ahead and compare all of today's finds to both albums, see if we have any upgrades or additions, and I'll be back with a look at the books and some final thoughts on this 2-box hunt. Well, I finished comparing all of the finds to both albums. The good news is the 44S, we actually upgraded the one in the Series 2 album, as well as the 51P. So 2 upgrades, no additions, still missing that 50D after 182 boxes searched. Because we were able to upgrade those, we took both the 44S and the 51P and upgraded the ones in this book. Here's the 44S. It has good detail, but it's green. But as you can see, the other one was corroded and damaged. So definitely still an upgrade. And then the 51P in this book is right there. That was the one from Series 2. No additions in Series 2, but again, 2 upgrades. So we're still missing those 2 38 and 39S minted Key Date Jefferson Nickels, as well as the 50D after 113 boxes searched for Series 3. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box hunt. I know I did. It started off a little bit rough, but getting a couple of Silver War nickels for the jar always makes me happy. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Anytime you can find silver at face value and add it to your 2023 silver jar, you can't get mad at that. Right, Silver Jar?